Alright everyone, so we're here for episode 77 for the Austrian Grand Prix. If you missed the previous episode at Silverstone, I recommend you go and check that one out. I'm getting redemption at my home Grand Prix after the horror show that was Canada. But there's some good news. The aero department is upgrading to Spec 3, so we're going to finally max out this Williams. So we're going to have full maxed out car. We'll be able to see how this car does fully maxed out compared to everyone else. We've got some extra driver acclaim about the charity thing from the previous episode, but yes, we've jumped McLaren with our engine upgrades, if you recall from the previous episode. I think it was Canada we put them on, but I can't quite remember. But basically, we've jumped McLaren, who haven't brought an upgrade between Britain and Austria. There's a couple of other upgrades. Mercedes making progress. Can Lewis Hamilton end his big duck? We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, Alpine and AlphaTauri still close at the top. So we jump into qualifying then. First lap, P14. Yeah, it's getting to that. I'm going to keep saying this probably too much, but the AI are the difference between their quali pace and race pace is absolutely ridiculous. Like the AI thing, as Leclerc has gone straight on there at turn 3, and we were lucky that he did not collect us. He's just gone completely straight on. Lucky to make the corner, slowed it down enough, and luckily did not affect my lap. But obviously it was a red first sector as well, slightly affected by that. Green middle sector so far, but it's not that much. It's only half a tenth. We've lost a bit through turn 5 as well, through into the latter half of turn 2. I don't particularly enjoy sector 2 in this circuit. There's always a sector that I'm not very good at each of the tracks, and sector 2 is here, Austria. Through into sector 3 now, I've gained a tenth as well, so Leclerc goes up to the line. I don't know why he bothered not coming in after that lockup. I think that's P4. We only gained a tenth and a bit. It's only P14. Fortunately, Austria is a sprint race, so this is good news. It means that we are much better in race pace. Half a second to Piastri's about right for quali pace. That's about there or thereabouts, meaning the AI is probably about right for the race, because they lose half a second to you at least between quali and the race. So we'll see what we can do. Time for the sprint.
Well, the weather is not looking good today. We are expecting the downpours to continue into today's sprint. This will make for some tricky conditions for all the teams. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. What a great lap from Alexander Albon yesterday. He'll start from pole position. A very happy Carlos Sainz will start second. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Gasly, Russell, Max Verstappen and Magnussen, Ocon, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri and Lewis Hamilton, Vettel, Norris, Yuki Tsunoda, Phoenix, Joe, Stroll, Valtteri Bottas and Robert Schwartzman, Mick Schumacher and Nicholas Latifi. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint.
After the points finished last race, let's aim to keep that momentum going.
Now, Mark, you're getting fired, mate. Look at the indicator. It's overcast, and yet, as you can see here, it's raining. This is unforecasted rain. I don't know, the indicator says it's dry, and I was thinking about maybe a little switch, but it looks like we're not going to risk it and go straight to dries, because it looks too wet for dries as well. Maybe the rain will set into the entire sprint. I don't know. I have to wait and see. But away we go then. And it's a dreadful start, as in all rain conditions. We're going to dart down the inside though. get those positions back, all except on Tsunoda. So it's an okay start. P14 shows had made contact with us. We're going to try and dive down here. Oh, it's a big dive. What's that? 5 positions? I gained at turn 3? I don't think I've ever had a bigger dive bomb. You know, I mean, the car just did not want to stop. It just wanted to keep going. You know, Piastri gave up as well. We managed to actually help Piastri out because the Alpine, a Ocon there, had to go over the curbing at turn 3. So watching Charles Leclerc, he's behind his teammate. Well, not much longer. That's a snap of Verstappen, and that's caused Leclerc to go off circuit. So Leclerc down a position. Williams are loving life. We're 7th and 8th. We're getting points. Can we get more? Down the inside at turn 3 on lap 3 of Solo Lewis Hamilton and up to P6. So, you know, momentum is there and it's getting better for the team because Piastri's going to continue this form around the outside at turn 5, turn 6, still the outside, but cuts through, and Piastri's now ahead of Hamilton as well. So it's 6th and 7th for Williams. That was pretty much the sprint. Nothing else happened, not going to lie. But there we go. Most of those positions were gained either from Verstappen spinning, we gained 1 on Hamilton, and that was pretty much it. You know, we gained a lot of those positions at the hair at turn 3 to get P6. Obviously helped out by a few people making a pit stop, like Leclerc, for example. Not Leclerc, Sainz made a pit stop. Leclerc span out as well. So yeah, 6th on the grid. Time for the race. Today's Austrian Grand Prix.
Welcome to the beautiful Styrian Mountains for another chapter in the story of the Austrian Grand Prix. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of around 2.6 miles with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill turn 3. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Alex Albon will lead us away from pole position, with Kevin Magnussen alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Russell, Gasly, Max Verstappen, Phoenix, Oscar Piastri, Hamilton, Ocon, and Sebastian Vettel. Norris, Tsunoda, Nicholas Latifi, and Joe, Bottas, Mick Schumacher, Lance Stroll, and Charles Leclerc. Schwartzman and Carlos Sainz will start from the back of the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. A warm welcome to Anthony Davidson, who is beside me in the commentary box today. We should talk about Williams. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Okay, now that we've got some good points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
My heart sank when I saw that rain at the start of the sprint, but thank goodness it came because, you know, we've managed to capitalise on it with Leclerc spinning to the back of the grid. Sainz also having to make a pit stop as well. So from 6th place on the grid, 5 red lights for the Austrian Grand Prix, and away we go. And it's a much better start than in the rain. Piastri will still go past. We're going to move to the racing line. Can we get Piastri back around the outside? Can we get Verstappen as well? I didn't want to almost touch that horrible sausage curve on the outside. I'm going to dive Verstappen at turn 3 as well. He doesn't want to give me the room, but nevertheless we have got through on Verstappen up to P5 as the 2 Alpha Tauris going overhead. And we're watching. Ocon's got in front of Piastri. He's having a go. He had a go at Verstappen, but Verstappen is able to hold on as well. Hopefully Oscar can get past, and then Ocon now. Indeed he can now round the outside as somebody's in the background there, and that is Piastri up another position back to P6. So we're 4th and 6th. This is Williams' best things. We're going to breeze past Magnussen with DRS. Purple first sector. You know, I'm flying around here. The only person that's probably going faster than me are Albon and Russell at this moment in time. You know, they are flying as well. And it's not just me that's going to follow through. Verstappen locks up. Piastri says, thank you very much. And you know what? We're 3rd and 5th right now. For Williams, a team, if Williams got 3rd and 5th in real life, they would be over the moon. You know, it's fantastic. It'd be a fantastic result for the team. Hopefully Piastri can close up to Magnussen in the second half of the stint. He's going to overcut, so hopefully Magnussen has a slow out lap or something like that. For us, 2.4 second stop will keep us in front of Magnussen, just ghosting through him. Thought we were going to ghost behind him just for a second there, but we ghosted through him. And can we get out in front of the Haas Schumacher? The answer is no. We're going to come out side by side. So drag race up to turn 3. Porsche versus Audi power. Magnussen has a go down the inside. We're not allowing any of that. A little bit wide on the exit there, but nevertheless we're able to keep P6 for now. But Magnussen will come back. We know how fast that AlphaTauri is in a straight line. The car that we built won 3 Grand Prix with in Season 2! So there's contact with Magnussen as he dived it down the inside. Let me know your comments there, as he tried to have a go as well down at turn 6, but then just understeered almost into me as well. So that's Magnussen having to come in as well. So it's going to be a free position for Piastri. And there is Gasly. Gasly was the one who was making an early pit stop in the background on lap 1. So he has lost out to positions to Verstappen, both myself and Piastri as well. And that's a bit of smoke for Verstappen as Gasly was closing in on him. So Verstappen is out of the race. Leclerc has an issue as well, but he has done a fantastic job from 18th on the grid. He's in P6 as well. Fantastic job from Charles. Overcut a lot of people as well as they were squabbling on their outlaps as well. Carlos Sainz, sadly for him, had a big issue. It was just 3 seconds a lap slower than everyone around here. That's going to get you lapped as well. But we're not able to catch Albon and Russell, but it's another podium at Austria. I will take that. Remember we qualified P14. So the pace, definitely good signs that you know, with those engine upgrades, 3rd and 4th in the race. Excuse me, we'll definitely take that as a team. Piastri's got a little bit of work to do, I think, on his racecraft. The only time he's been really able to outperform me was at Imola as well. But we'll have to wait and see what he can do, maybe at France next time out. So Verstappen and Sainz having howlers of races. So in the driver standings, it's Gasly has a 20-point lead over Alex Albon, of course, who won today, his first race win in Formula 1 and for Alpine. Alpine's still lacking a little bit to AlphaTauri and Red Bull due to Ocon not performing that well. We're comfortable in P4 now, thanks to that that 3rd and 4th place really. And Oscar Piastri's concealed, what's that, 10th I think that is, in the in the Drivers' Championship. He's really putting some daylight between himself and Sebastian Vettel, who could only finish P8. Hamilton P7. Neither really given the performances that car needs compared to the likes of, you know, Sainz won the previous race at Silverstone and Russell's P2 today as well. But for Albon, can he take the charge to Gasly? We'll have to wait and see. You know, we've seen so many different winners now. We haven't had Gasly's the only man who's actually had a repeat win this season as well. We've obviously had that issue at Imola where he had that puncher on the penultimate lap, which cost him the victory there. You know, otherwise he'd be way out in front of the championship. You know, he has had 3 wins this season though, but whether or not AlphaTauri can keep that up as the other teams start to develop, that we'll have to wait and see. The next episode will be in France. That episode will be out later this week as well. So that'll be interesting to see how we get on there, because we haven't raced at the circuit Paul Ricard in career mode since season 1. So obviously the cars have changed, the handling models changed as well since back then, I think, as well, since the early days of the F122 game. So yes, if you have enjoyed this video, then leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. See plenty more F122 driver career mode videos and F123 driver career mode videos as and when they come out. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy your day, and bye.